5 years ago, in November 2014, a grandmother by the name of Wilfrida Mbakaya, a resident of Shimuli village in Kakamega County, was home alone when a 37-year-old man broke into her home and stole 2 chickens from her pen. She quickly called out to her neighbors, who quickly responded and ran after the suspect, armed with various weapons. It didn't take long for them to catch up to him. The angry residents attacked and beat him until he was dead. They then turned their wrath on the 2 chickens that he had stolen, killing them as well. On November 28, 2018, 24-year-old Sami Wabulaha was ambushed and killed in his home in Luhome village, Trans Nzoia County, where he lived with his grandmother. Earlier that day, he had been suspected of stealing chickens from his neighbor. At 11 p.m. that night, a crowd of angry men stormed his home and demanded he give them the chickens. He told them that he didn't have them as it wasn't him who had stolen the chickens. They did not believe him. They proceeded to beat him up to death despite pleas from his grandmother to let him live. They then attempted to hide his body in a maize store before running away. It was July 2018 when residents of Maliki village in Bungoma County became wary of 3 men that had been seen hiding in a sugarcane farm near the local Catholic church. The residents, for some reason, feared that the men had intentions to kidnap children in the area. When some chickens went missing, villagers immediately suspected the men. Angrily, they stormed the sugarcane farm and descended upon the men. One was able to escape, but the other 2 were not so lucky. They were lynched and then set on fire. 5 chickens were found stuffed into a sack which was in their possession. 37-year-old Daniel Shimoli was a well-known drunk in his village of Shanderema, Kakamega County. He had remarried after his first wife died. In December of 2014, around Christmas time, he had told his wife to make him chicken stew for dinner before he left. His wife, however, had other plans. She went into town and came back with 2 kilos of beef, which she made for dinner. When drunk David came back home and found there was no chicken, he became angry and attacked his wife. He hit her on the chest with an axe before brutally hacking her body up in their house. Her body was found the following day by neighbors, who said that it wasn't the first time he had attempted to kill her over a domestic disagreement in their home. One evening on January 2019, 2 teenage friends, James Barasa and Amos Okedi, were on their way to visit their girlfriends in the neighboring village of Malombe, Busia County. As they walked in the darkness, a group of residents mistakenly identified them to be chicken thieves. Without hesitation, the villagers descended upon the young men and brutally killed them. When the families of the boys later learned what had happened, they retaliated by going to the village where the boys had been killed and set dozens of random homes on fire and destroyed thousands of shillings worth of property. Nobody was killed during the retaliation.